And for those, I know it's easy to say that, hey, you should save your money, because for some people it's like, well, I can't save something that I don't have, because for some people you get paid Friday, but that check was already spoken for at the beginning of the week.
Greetings and welcome to Tea Vybz Tribe Podcast. My name is Amaru and this is my wife,
Shana. And for those of you that are new to the channel, we are Our Essence of Serenity, and this is our podcast where we like to sip tea and talk about various subjects. So would you like to tell the people what we're sipping on?
Yes, today we are sipping on green tea and I will list the benefits down below.
And right there.
And right there, like she said.
So today we're basically going to talk about, is money the root of all evil? That's a phrase that we've heard people say numerous times, but I know that we've had a discussion about it maybe a couple of years ago. We talked about how we feel as if it's not so much money that's the root of all evil, but your intentions. So it really just depends on, like I said, your intent. You can, your intentions with money can be to bless someone. It can be to bless yourself, or it can also be utilized as a curse. So did you want to go more in detail?
Yeah, I agree. I feel as if money has been given so much power. It's such a tangible object that people have allowed to govern their lives, literally control their lives based off of status quo, based off of clout, based off of image, based off of the different aspects that have nothing to do with who you truly are or define you for who you truly are. It's something that sets the stage for some sort of persona you're trying to put out, a character mode, in other words, trying to be something that you're not. I feel as if money, it shouldn't be utilized in the sense to make people feel powerful, so to speak, because it is an item. And because it's just an item, it should be utilized in a sense of resources. In other words, back in the day, they had a thing called bartering. So in other words, if I had potatoes and the neighbor had oranges, that would be the way I would get the oranges. I would trade him my potatoes for the oranges. But it's a different day and age, and now we allow money to literally control our lives. And now it's part of the 9 to 5, what's the word? Well, I want to say what I really want to say, but
I guess
it's
part
the structure
of
of the 9 to 5 that we have fell victim to and just accepted in our lives. So, yeah.
Well, I've come to view money different. I used to be one of those ones who, because of the whole phrase, money is the root of all evil, it was kind of like a thing of, I knew that I needed money based off of me being able to survive in society. But it's not something that I felt comfortable saying that I actually love. And I really do love money. Not for the reasons that, some may love money, but just more so because of the sense of security. And not trying to say that that's the only thing that gives me security, but it is an aspect of my life that does give me security. And also because it's something that I can utilize to bless other people. Once again, not saying that money is the only way that I can bless someone, but let's be honest, if a loved one is in a situation and it's a situation to where they need financial assistance, just being able to know that you can provide them with that. If something comes up, knowing that something comes up in your life financially, just knowing that that's one less thing that you have to stress about. So I've come to view money differently because of, I guess, my life experiences, and me coming to the reality that, once again, it goes back to your intentions. What your intentions behind money is the role that money will play in your life. So if you're utilizing it as a thing to whereas you feel like you're powerless without it, then that's basically the role that money is going to play in your life. It's not going to provide you with stability. So yeah. I for one, I love money more so on the end of being able to save it for when it's needed, or like, you know what, I want to do this for this person, or I want to do this for my husband, and I can without, stressing about how I'm going to do it or feeling bad that I can't do that.
Well, I hope you're enjoying today's discussion. Before we go any further, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
This video is sponsored by Tea Vybz, which is a holistic line created by Our Essence of Serenity. The relaxation butter is a moisturizing butter that is infused with catnip. Catnip is known to provide a calming effect and aids with skin irritation. Our relaxation butter also has shea butter, which is known to aid with stretch marks, dry skin, dandruff, prevent cell damage, enhance skin texture, and more. We've also included oils such as jojoba oil, vitamin E oil, and more. Not only is our relaxation butter beneficial for the skin, but it's also beneficial for the hair as it reduces split ends, makes the hair shinier, and provides moisture to the hair. To read more about our relaxation butter, be sure to check out our website, www.ouressenceofserenity.net, under the Tea Vybz tab. And we're back.
Utilizing it in the essence of giving rather than just taking. Being able to help those in need. Yeah, I strongly agree. My take on money is, I believe, especially now that I've gotten older, and my whole mind frame of how I utilize money in the sense of not just bills, but just utilizing in the sense of, okay, I have it, let me treat myself type of thing. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself, but it's another thing being over obsessive with it. In other words, when you put your wants before your needs. So in other words, you buying tennis shoes, but your light bill's due tomorrow. Like, you need to be able to prioritize. So I say all that to say, in this moment of my life, as far as how I perceive money and how I utilize money, it's a completely different dynamic in the sense of investing. Like, that's literally my mentality now. Investing, putting it in something that can grow rather than just wasting it away.
And I've noticed, I was thinking that when you said it, that I've noticed that our relationship with money has went through several different phases. Several different phases, as far as it being a thing of, like you said, now we're looking at it more as investing. Whereas, remember a couple of weeks ago, I was saying we went through a phase. And if y'all see me jerk, the back of my dress is out and this is cold. So you might even hear me scream. But remember I said that at one point, because twice a month, we give ourselves something that we call a personal. And that's more so, okay, this is for bills, this is for savings, and this is for, like, if we're out and about, if we're at a store, or, we love Amazon. So if we're on Amazon or something, or just wanting to just have, like, what I call a side savings, which is my own savings, then, that's what that personal is for. And remember, I was joking saying, we went through a point to whereas we'll be in the store and it's like, I want this, I want that. Like, remember that Michael Jackson, like, I'll say, except, we wasn't paying those prices that Michael Jackson was paying. And now I've noticed that we're more so in a phase of investing our money. We still treat ourselves, but I feel like we put more boundaries there when it comes to it. But yeah, once again, it goes back to the intention. So do I feel like money is the root of all evil? No, your intentions is the root of all evil, just like it's the root of all blessings. So
yeah, I feel as if money has been utilized to manipulate a lot of individuals, whether it be through politics, whether it be through religion. There's many different aspects that are based off capitalism that keep people in this sort of funk to where it's like you're constantly in debt. I mean, I think it's messed up that you go off the American dream and you base your life off of going to a university only to end up in debt. And then once you finally graduate, it's like, can I even find me a job? At this point, am I overqualified? Is a degree even a thing now? Is it more towards certifications? Did I waste my time? And while you're processing this, you're thinking about, I still got bills I got to pay on top of this debt that I'm trying to get out of. So it's it's crazy how the system is set up, so to speak. But I believe that when you prioritize yourself in the sense of setting a goal as far as what you're wanting to invest in, which is yourself, which is your family,
Your
it changes
future,
everything.
yeah.
Your future, exactly. It changes everything. Instead of just, oh, I'm looking forward to Friday, and then when I get paid again, and then you're living from paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
That ain't living. That's just that is not living. You need to get to a point to where it's like when you want to go out, you don't have to worry about, oh, how I'm gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like we saved up enough to where, let's take a little vacation. We've earned that. We
Yeah.
put that work in, not because of the jobs that we've, invested our energy into, but just more in the sense of we need a break
Mm-hmm.
from society, from whatever it is that you feel as if you've become overly connected with.
Yeah.
I will say
Tied to.
tied to
Obligated to.
obligated, exactly.
And for those, I know it's easy to say that, hey, you should save your money, because for some people it's like, well, I can't save something that I don't have, because for some people you get paid Friday, but that check was already spoken for at the beginning of the week. So I know we believe heavily in manifesting, and we have, actually, if you scroll through some of our videos, we actually have like quite a few videos that discuss manifesting. And I know that's what has worked for us. Like, it has, yeah. It has worked for us, and not just so much money wise, but just in life in general, like in so many different, I would say through the good and the bad. Manifesting has been something that's key. But one thing that you said, that I wanted to go more in detail about is when you spoke about the whole thing, to whereas I believe they call it like the barter system. To whereas, okay, if I have what you need and you have what I need, then there's no reason for us to have to utilize money. Let's just swap. And I think that, I don't know if maybe it's pride, or whatnot, that makes people not want to reach out and say, hey, I need this. And if you can give me this, then I can give you that. So a lot of times it's like we will just be so quick to be like, okay, I'm just gonna go buy what I need. We don't even think to, try to see, okay, what do I have that I can give to someone to bless them, and then what do they have that they can give to me to bless me? Because if you think about it, that could also take care of the whole thing of being wasteful. Because think of how much stuff that we have that we throw out because we no longer need it. Yes. And then we go out and we get this when it's a family member, not even a family member, but just someone in society, period, that has this very thing that you're going to go get, and they need this very thing that you just threw out. So yeah, but once again, I feel like, yeah, it is a thing to whereas with society, I mean, money plays a huge factor in why people are so dependent on 9-to-5s. Now, I honestly feel like for some people, that was their purpose, was whatever it is that they do for a 9-to-5, that's their passion. But just speaking of those who know that, okay, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, but I need the paycheck. I feel like, once again, that goes back to your intentions with your money, how you're viewing your money. So yeah.
And going back to the whole bartering system you had mentioned, as far as pride being one of those barriers that keep us from connecting with one another and helping each other out. Other things that I was processing as you were speaking on that was...
So you wasn't listening?
Of course I was listening. We tagged him in this.
We talked about this.
Fear and greed. I feel rather those two main things hold a lot of people back from being able to see the bigger picture, because it's like you're so hell bent on being selfish, worried about me, mine, and mine, to where it's like you got others that could benefit from just the things that you just got sitting around.
Yeah.
Like, I truly feel if we just took the big thing out of the equation and just started depending on ourselves, we could rebuild this economy. Because let's just face it, all that's happened in just the past decade, there is no such thing as a middle class anymore. You either rich or you poor. It's as real as that. And I truly feel there's enough individuals to see the bigger picture and, want to get to a point to where new solutions should be presented. And I feel as if there's enough of us that can really do that. Yeah. But you have to have that mindset. You have to get out of that selfish, mentality of worrying about what you got and just worry about more so what can I do to change this world.
And it's funny when you say that, because me, I'll call myself out. Like, if I know, okay, you know what, I really do have to hold that L, I'll hold it. And I think that for me, I know fear has played a significant part in why, when it comes to like you said, as far as changing the world and changing, I guess I won't say, because I believe in balance, so I won't say that it's meant for everybody to view money the same or have the same intentions with money, but more so regain that balance because of fear. And I know also it's not so much a selfish thing, because what we have, if someone need and we feel led, we have helped people. But I think that there are times to whereas we're so, and not, I'm saying us, but also others, like some of y'all that's watching this too. You're so caught up in what's happening under your household until you're not thinking about what's happening within someone else's household. So I think sometimes, we all fall victim to being selfish. For some people it's intentional, and for some people it's not intentional. But I know fear is big, because it's like, you, at the end of the day, you don't want to be without, especially without the necessities. And then when you have a family like with us, whereas it's like, okay, I want to make sure that we have enough, because I don't want to see myself homeless, which of course we have a support system to whereas I would hope they wouldn't let that happen. But it's like, I also don't want to see my spouse go without. So I think that's another thing that plays a key factor for people when it comes to family, but not to say that's an excuse for us to be stuck in fear, and whether it's intentional or unintentional, when it comes to the selfishness. So, yeah.
I truly believe in giving hope with something that's so corruptive, in the sense of randomly, like she was saying, we do give back. We don't base it off being praised. We don't base it off of, oh, look what I've done type of thing. It's always been, like she mentioned before, intentions. There have been times where you could tell somebody is just out to, take advantage of you.
Yeah.
And then you have those to where it's like, I really can't help this individual, whether they have kids, whether they're sitting on the street. There's been many a times to where I was like, you know what, this feels right. So let me, do what I need to help them out, which is buying them a case of water, getting them some fruit, giving them something that's essential. Nothing necessarily like junk food, but something that's going to help them get them to the next day. Because you just never know a person's story. You never know a person's background and what they've been through when crossing paths with that individual.
And you never know. God forbid, that could be you one day.
Right.
And you could only hope that you come across someone who, would not mind helping you out, regardless of the situation that you're in, or what got you to that situation, shall I say. But so do I feel that money is the root of all evil? No, I do not feel that it is the root of all evil. Do I feel like people utilize it with evil intentions? Yes. But I also feel like people utilize money in a way to whereas it's good intentions. And I feel like, just like people point out how money has basically had a negative impact on society, it's also had a positive impact on society as well. So
I agree. I guess in closing, I believe in, like I mentioned earlier, bringing forth as individuals collectively, bringing that change in the world. That change has to start with us. So you got to see that change within yourself. Let that be your inspiration and your reasoning to, do what needs to be done.
I agree. So at this time, we would like to point out to you all that we do make high vibrational handcrafted jewelry. We also have our artwork, our blogs, What else? We have so much stuff on our website that you could check out. One of the things that I do want to start pointing out when it comes to Our Essence of Serenity is that you can get something from us, whether, speaking of money, whether you have money or not. One of the things I like about our website, that I like about our business, is that stuff like watching our videos is free. Going on our website, reading the blogs, looking at the artwork, that's free. So, that is something that I like, is that it doesn't matter what your financial situation is. We offer stuff with Our Essence of Serenity that you can pay for, and then we have stuff that you could get for free. So be sure to check that out. Also, be sure to check out our Zenful Vibes products that we have, which is our holistic line, which is where you will see the relaxation body butter that we have featured as our sponsored video. Also, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment down below, share this video, because you never know who this message is meant to reach, and you don't want to get in the way of the universe conveying that message. Am I missing something?
No, not this time.
Continue the conversation with us down below. So make sure again that you comment. I feel like I'm missing. So follow us on Instagram and YouTube. I think that's gonna be a thing to where there's so much I'm, gonna have to keep saying, am I missing something? Also, be sure to check out our videos every month, where we also post our monthly prediction videos, which is something that we've been consistent with for 2 years.
2 years.
So make sure that you check that out. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
All righty. So until next time, you all take care. And what they need to do, sweetness?
Give back and stay lifted.